All right. There's people here. Yeah, not quite CTB After Dark. Galga Guy has coined it CTB Prime Time. That works for me, I guess. Bear with me 1 second. I was trying to test out a new layout here and a new chat overlay. I'm not sure how it works. So I'm just gonna waste your guys' time because I can only apparently test this out while I'm live. And if it's a complete failure, I'll give up. Looks like it might be a complete failure. Hang on. How is this thing working? I'm trying like a transparent chat thing and it is way too transparent. Whoa. Okay, I might have to give up on that. Riveting. Try to sneak past you and fail. Yeah, I guess so. All right. Well, let's get started, and I might toy with some stuff in a little bit. Since I actually have people here. All right, so the main goal of today is just to catch Entei. I think we might end up doing some other stuff, but that's the main goal today. Part of the reason I'm doing it is because I guess the main reason I'm doing it is because I have been doing some off-stream leveling since the last stream. As you know, we've got to get Pupitar up to level 55 before we can get Tyranitar, so you got this. Thanks. Umbreon, that's a possibility. Once we catch Entei, depending on what time it is, we might try that out. It's 2 hours before that would be an option, so depends on how lucky we get. Anyway, what I was saying, so I've been leveling people up while co-training Pupitar, and I haven't leveled Crobat up because the next level Crobat gets, they learn a move, and I think I'm going to want to overwrite. Right now we have Taunt and Mean Look on Crobat, which we're using for our roamer strategy. And then I think the next move I get, I'm going to want to replace one of those, probably, because I want to keep Bite and Fly, and I want to catch Entei before we get rid of either Taunt or Mean Look. So there's the meaning behind the surprise stream. It's just so I can potentially start leveling up Crobat a little more for the final battles. But anyway, ooh, get Eevee a good haircut. Level replace Mean Look. Taunt can still be useful. Okay. Oh, before we really get started, I did have a mail. I did go to the mailbox today, P.O. Box. So we have in hand our light Azumarill card, Hollow. One of the few hollows we ordered online. Actually, that might be the only hollow we've ordered online. But that page is looking great. I'm trying to think. I think this is Politoed, so we're not going to get that before we finish the game. This one I think is Yanma, who we should get eventually. Doesn't look very light. That might be one of my favorite cards on this page. I like that one. All right, back to it. Oh, by the way, big news. I'm partially monetized on this channel now. So I think I might not have turned them on. I think you can do like super chats and stuff. So pretty soon, if you want me to read your chats, even though there's only 10 people here, you gotta pay money. Just kidding, but that's news, I guess. Alright, I gotta do some stuff with my party here. How else will you see our chats, right? Alright, so as a rule that I don't know if I officially made, I don't bring Eevee with me when I'm doing leveling and stuff, or eggs. I don't have any eggs right now anyway, but just because I feel like you guys got to be there for that, like the friendship and egg hatching stuff. I don't want you guys to miss out on that grind, but because of that, I better move Eevee back in here. We're probably not going to need, I guess, Pupitar. Not doing leveling right now for them. And I'll need a spot. I think before we go hunting, we'll go grab the Cleffa egg, or Clefairy. That's what we put in there, right? Oh, I guess when we do that, we're gonna well, I'll go do that and then swap out for Jigglypuff. Bet you've been having a blast with that Pupitar. Definitely some side screen leveling going on there while I'm watching other stuff. And then I guess while we're in Goldenrod, we can get Eevee a haircut, so. Pokemon 2000? No. What have I been watching? Mostly just mindless YouTube stuff, probably. How it usually goes. Even though I'm dividing my attention, I still don't want something that I have to pay too much attention to. Oops. You want it? Yes, of course I do. Alright, so now we got an egg. And we just gotta switch in Jigglypuff here. Your lack of unwavering devotion to Lugia disturbs me. That's because I'm playing Heartgold. Playing the Ho-Oh game. I think that's how it works, right? Silver, your end game legendary is Lugia. Even though I'm pretty sure I can get a post game, but anyway. Oh no, I'm still gonna need a spot open here, aren't I? Man. These daycares really make it tough to manage your party. Giant turkey be damned, yeah. Alright, so I'll have to watch Pokemon 2000 then before post game. When we're on our Lugia journey. Wait, you've not seen Pokemon 2000? Nope. Most of the Pokemon media I've consumed was all when I was a kid and all like somehow within like a 2-year span that ended in the year 2000. Fine, we'll raise your Jigglypuff for a while. Alright, Glepdido, do your thing. Oops. That was a mistake. Alright. Who do we want back here? Pretty soon here we'll have to decide on a final party too for the Elite Four. I think Ampharos, Quagsire, Meganium, and Crobat are all shoo-ins. We'll have to decide beyond that. But that's for another day. Let's put Eevee in front for fun here. And go get a haircut. Welcome, I run the Pokemon Salon. I am the older brother, or older and better of the two haircut brothers. I can make your Pokemon beautiful for 500 schmeckles. Oh, that's my after dark word. Yes, please. Okay, watch it become beautiful. Alright. And while we're here, we might as well talk to the other lady. See what she thinks of Eevee now. If you treat your Pokemon nicely, they'll love you in return. Oh, let me see your Pokemon. It's friendly towards you. It looks sort of happy. That doesn't sound very good. I'll keep sharing facts only I find interesting until I am acknowledged. Does that count as acknowledgement? I wouldn't say it's more that the facts aren't interesting. It's more that when I see 4 lines of text, I second guess what I'm paying attention to. All right. Another reason to do this today. I was trying to look up how to get more money, and apparently on Tuesdays, there's a guy you can battle or rebattle who's like really rich or something. And I wrote it down somewhere. Gentleman Alfred. I skipped it somehow. There we go. Gentleman Alfred. Let's see if he wants to battle today. This is Alfred. Oh, hey, good afternoon. Haha, would you like to battle again? I think that's a fine idea. I'll meet you at the lighthouse. Alright. I'll leave Eevee in front. Maybe we'll get them a level to get some friendship, and then I'll swap to Quagsire. Should double check. I put that amulet thing on him, I think. It's supposed to help with money when you get money. Amulet coin. Alright. The lighthouse was in here, Olivine. I do wish I could have gotten my doctorate in Pokemon. That would have been way more fun. Yep, I'm just pretending like I have a doctorate in Pokemon. And when I say that, I mean specifically cards, Gen 1 cards, and nothing else. Alright, where is this Alfred? Oh, this looks like an Alfred. Hey, you're back! Yep, here we go. Let's see how much money this guy's got. I'm not sure if I have to use Quagsire in battle for his amulet to work, but better safe than sorry. Whoa, critical hit. You do. Alright, good. Oh man. Poor restore. He's making you work for it. Yep. Valuable lesson. Alright, let's see how much we get here. A level for Eevee, that's good. 2 levels for Eevee, that's good. 3 levels for Eevee, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna quit that bit. Learn Sand Attack, nice. Hopefully that, I guess I can cancel an evolution if they do evolve from that, but I don't think we're there yet. Was that 14,000? No, I didn't even look. The whole point was to get a bunch of money and I didn't even dwell on it. Bought something with my money. Of course you did. Yeah, Mom spent it right away. I don't remember how much money I had before, so well. It was 14? Okay. That's pretty good. That means I like doubled my money that I had. And with that, we'll get some Ultra Balls. If it takes us more than an hour and 40 minutes to get Entei, then we'll switch to Dusk Balls, but I should maybe just check how many I have. 35. Yeah, I'll just grab like 5 more for now and then hopefully I can get them here. Man, Ultra Balls are expensive. Okay, are we ready to do the real thing here? The thing we all came for? Kicks Doran. Oh no, Key Monster's here. Now you gotta behave, chat. Oh, great. Alright, let's get in position. Okay, so I didn't get the view fully set up. Maybe I'll dink around, but I did have something I thought could be kind of fun to do while we're mindlessly hunting. And if you don't like it, maybe keep it to yourself for today and let me know later. But first I gotta figure out how to integrate chat on this view. You just put it in front of, should I get rid of the current chase? They had this cool idea to get transparent chat going and it's just not working very well. Yeah, does that look good? Just put you right over my face. Alright, since you guys are all excited talking to Key Monster, I'm gonna dink around with this a little bit longer and see if I can get something that actually works. So, hang out amongst yourselves for a second. Oh great, now it disappeared. I see you all trying to convince me that my plan is not a good plan to start with. Has that ever stopped me? I was more so trying to figure this out because the way I have it normally set up isn't through Stream Elements. It's just like copying a browser thing onto the view. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. But that's, I have to like reset that up every time. And if I figure out how to use this Stream Elements stuff, I don't have to. Let me try. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I cannot believe how much difficulty I'm having here. Why can't I change the text color? Alright, I'm about to give up. Don't worry, guys. Alright, I give up. I give up. Let me just grab the other one I have. Plug it in here. I'm replacing the current chase. Anyone have a problem with that? Oops. Kind of ugly. Does this work? Oh yeah, why is it so behind? All right. How How about that? How does that look? Even though I've got like a weird TCG player window in there. Everything looking good now? I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all Key Monster's fault. Okay, since I just took the wind out of my sails and bored everybody, now it's time to present the new thing I was gonna try for today to have some fun. I was thinking, I don't know if any of you ever get into rabbit holes of people reading and talking about Reddit stories. I thought we could have a fun reading Reddit stories that are Pokemon related and talk about them while I hunt for Entei. So you guys gotta bring your hot takes. Does that sound fun? Anybody into that? Oh yeah, Key Monster got #1. Congratulations. Oh, Chad's calling. Is that me from CTB After Dark? I better answer that first. CTB, howdy, it's Chad. How are you? Professor Oak used to be a trainer a long time ago, but rather than battling, he found Pokemon themselves to be interesting. So he abandoned his training to focus on becoming a researcher. See you later. Alright, here we go. It's gonna be an interesting first stream for me. Oh, yeah. Toxtricid Jamie. This is definitely how I get people to, to keep coming back and stick around, I guess. Anyway, let's try it out. I'm just gonna read through a Pokemon related, tangentially Pokemon related Reddit story. But I think most of these are, I guess we'll have to put on kind of streamer after dark mode. I am gonna cuss a little bit, which I normally don't do, but it is the Am I the Asshole subreddit. So I've got, I think 3 or 4 Am I the Asshole Pokemon related subreddits to read and give hot takes on. The answer to every Am I the Asshole is yes. Well, we'll see. Alright, so first one we got. Am I the asshole for not letting my son keep the Pokemon cards he opens? Title's not perfect, but it'll do. So for Father's Day, I want to open an absolute shitload of Pokemon booster packs with my 8 and 5-year-old sons. I'm hoping to get around 75 packs so we can each open 25. I really enjoyed the new Ascended Heroes set and want to try for a Master set after I finish 151. I've told both my boys that they can pick out 5 packs from any set that will be theirs, and no matter what they pull, it's theirs to keep. But the rest of the packs are mine. I'm paying for all the packs, including the ones they are keeping. None of their money will be spent. As for the other 65 packs, I've tried to make it clear from the beginning that the Ascended Heroes binder will have first dibs on any extras, and any extras will be divided up among them to put into their binders within reason. On Friday, we had a minor car accident. No one was hurt, but we kept our kids home from school that day and made sure they were okay. Unfortunately, my 8-year-old missed a test. Today, he was pulled from his school computer game time to take the test, and he didn't get his screen time. He came home in a bad mood and asked me if everything he pulled would be his. I reiterated my stance. Your first 5 packs are yours, but the rest are mine. He crashed out hard. My wife said he was still dealing emotionally with the crash and missing out on his screen time, but it had me questioning whether I was being unreasonable. So, am I the asshole? And there's an edit there I'll skip while we debate. Bad boy CTB alert. Alright, so my take, before you guys all give your take. That to me, that scenario, so basically, to summarize, he's buying a bunch of packs. He's opening all of the packs with his kids, but they only get to keep cards from like 5 packs that they each choose. To me, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to do. if you think your kids are going to find that to be a perfectly reasonable thing to do. If they're okay opening packs, knowing that they're opening your cards, that can be fun, I'm sure. But, oh, and now here we get to go hunting. But to wrap up my stance, if they react badly, then you should not do that anymore, and you're kind of an asshole. If you make it clear up front, it's fine. If later on they regret that and it's not fun for them, then don't do that anymore. Alright, that's my stance. What do you guys think? Depends on if they were told first. Ooh. PITH poll, that's a good idea. I'll let you guys voice your opinions first and then we can do a poll. Oh, did I miss out on this opportunity now? I have a 9-year-old. The crashing out is so typical for the age. They can't handle anything. It's ridiculous. So you're saying he should have expected that to happen. So just don't make that. Don't do that setup in the first place because they're 9 years old. All right. While you're brewing on that, let's see if we can just do a quick one here. Get this Entei out of the way. Start with mean look. Alright. And taunt. Well, the setup, in my opinion, is totally reasonable. You have to set boundaries with your kids. True. I kind of agree with that. I was waiting to see Key's thoughts before fully committing. I can't say I disagree with that strategy. Alright. Ultra Ball time. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Okay. Yeah, kids that young don't have developed brains yet, so if he gets surprised by them being upset by it, that's on him. Fair. Come on. Making food so I don't have an opinion right now. Of course. Key monster. Alright, I guess I can't lean on the whole chat for my entertaining of you guys. Maybe we'll just catch Entei and then my experiment will be over anyway. Oh wow, that took a long time. That last turn lasted a while. Okay, get at least one more shot here. Oh my gosh, he keeps doing that to me. Paralyzed and can't move. Perfect. Ugh. Nice. Paralyzed is really giving me some extra turns this time. Oh, I probably got to do another taunt, don't I? Ah, I only have 2 HP. I'm just going to keep throwing. You got this, check the box. Thanks, Stag. Alright, roared me away. Alright, then I think it's not really a good idea, but they are not full asshole. Just kind of inconsiderate. Of course, Galaga guy with a middle of the ground take. Whoever told you this plan for Entei must be a very smart individual. Probably. I'll have to go see who that was. I don't think the dad is an a-hole. Okay, so it sounds like consensus is not really an a-hole, but should have known better. Could have known better. Inconsiderate over age seems accurate. Yeah. All right. Get in position here. So since there was an edit, we're probably gonna get spoiled on how the Reddit commenters were reacting. Which usually means everyone's flaming them. Let's see. His edit. Alright guys, I hear y'all, and I want to add that I'm trying my best to parent with a great partner, but without the world's greatest role model. We got 2 birthdays and Father's Day coming up, so we're going to do a 10 packs per person whose day it is, and the 5 for the other 2. Everyone gets equal packs and keeps all their cards. Thanks for those who were considerate and didn't jump to name calling a person they don't know. Oh. I think he probably could have gotten what he wanted by presenting it differently. Kids don't know what cards are worth. Yeah, true. So according to that edit, everyone in the comments hated this dude. You're the asshole. It's fine if you want to buy 75 packs completely for yourself. It's also fine to let kids each have 5 sets. You can each open 5 sets, and you can go somewhere else and open the other 60 packs by yourself. Alright, so that was the most upvoted. So that's the consensus. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like it's possible to have fun opening packs even if they're for the dad's collection. How fun. Alright, so I might have overestimated how much I could do both these things at once, but let's try one more and see if it goes well. Alright, this one I think looked kind of funny to me. So this one is called, whoops. This one's called, Am I the asshole for selling a Pokemon card? I, 35-year-old male, watched a girl, 30-year-old female. Erwin, I don't care about your phone call. Matched with a 30-year-old female on Tinder and went on a date with her to Starbucks. We had talked a bit about our hobbies before, and we're both gamers. When she showed up, she had 2 packs of Pokemon cards. It was the Prismatic Eevee Booster Pack, question mark? It was just 2 packs, but she said she thought it would be fun to open a pack each together for a first date thing, to see if our first date was lucky. I said sure, I wasn't really into Pokemon, but was willing to play along. She opened her pack and got a holographic card for Pokemon she wasn't a huge fan of. I then opened a pack, ended up pulling a holographic Sylveon. She was super hyped, said it was her favorite Pokemon and one of the best in the set. I googled it and found that it can be worth up to $300. She asked if I was going to sell it. I said, yeah, why not? Especially if it's highly graded. She got sort of disappointed and pouty, kind of immature in my opinion. It was up to chance, and it's not my fault she gave me a pack instead of... And it's not my fault she gave me the pack instead of keeping it for herself. She stayed and we had coffee, but you could tell there was a vibe shift and she was upset. She headed off quickly after she hasn't replied since. Am I the asshole? It's literally just a card game, and she picked the wrong packer for herself. Oh man. This is oblivious asshole for sure. Yeah, that's kind of an easy one. Man, how can you not, like, if you're on a date with someone especially, treat that as just like the coolest thing? Either give it to her or, like, you know, say you'll cherish it if it's your first date. Who knows? Maybe you end up getting married and you still have your Sylveon luck card from your first date. That would be a pretty cherished possession, I would think. Like, he could have just lied. True. Yeah. Could have acted like it was an important thing, and if they didn't work out, sell it later. Yeah, I think for me the worst part is just the way he tells the story. Like, oh, she was kind of pouty, really changed the vibe, kind of immature in my opinion. Like, oh man, you'd think he'd have had some introspection after the date. My husband says that guy's never getting laid. True. Instead he's like, hell yeah, I'm in the profit on this date. Yeah, at least be like, hey, bill's on me. Let's order a expensive bottle of wine or something. That's funny though. Oh man. I made for the girl. It's been a while since I've been on a date, but I'd be pretty excited if my date brought Pokemon cards to open. Oh. I love he's like, I don't even care about Pokemon stocks. Yeah. He must have known enough to immediately look up the value of the card. I would think at the very least he'd be like, oh, you really like this? You can have it. Obviously, I don't really care. Okay, I'm back and I have food. Alright, Key Monster. Full force. Okay, who was the other? Oh, I was supposed to have Wobbuffet on my team for some reason that I forget about now, but maybe we'll catch him right here. Ultra Ball time. Here we go. Nope. Great. We're doing okay so far on getting some encounters quickly. Now if it had been a Vaporeon card, sell that baby. Yeah, I think probably the most upsetting thing about that story is just the fact that I probably opened 100 Prismatic Evolutions packs and didn't get any of the evolutions. How do you guys feel about the Prismatic SIRs? I feel like they're hyped for being evolutions and expensive, but I think a lot of people are kind of wishy-washy on the look of them, how kind of flashy and noisy the art is. Prismatic just makes me mad. Now, there's a lot of negative feelings associated with that set, I think. Dude, CGB, I pulled my Vaporeon, and that is all I care about. Never mind Prismatic ever again. Oh, you actually pulled it. That's awesome. God, I couldn't get anything out of that set for the life of me. I hate all cards with terrestrialization. I was trying to avoid saying that word out loud. I refuse to have any in my decks. Interesting. I've made an effort to not be too critical of them in case they grow on me, because there's certain things in Pokemon where I've had negative reactions to them, and eventually they really grow on me, and I regret being on record. But it did off a birthday pack. It jump scared me. Wow, that's awesome. I've been one ETB that I was lucky to have gotten. I got nothing. It was saddening. Yeah. So on the note of bad Pokemon takes that you change your mind on later, I'll be vulnerable and reveal that there was a point in my life where Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows I thought were ugly and lame. Which is probably why I have like 0 of them in my collections as we're going forward. I hate the hats. Yeah, seems like a lot of people do. I try not to take a strong stance. You never know. People change all the time. CTV, everyone thought that? Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I would die if I had any of those reverse hollows, yeah. I mean, they are, but they're also so out there that they're cool. I think that is what swayed me eventually, was just kind of how unique they are. And eye-catching. That's why they're so hard to find. People didn't get them because they were ugly. Can you imagine trying to play with those cards? True. Alright, let's confirm that everyone was right, that this person is the asshole. You're the asshole. She brought something for you to have a moment. You're not into it, but something she's into, and she wanted to share a bit of it with someone she went on a date with. She even told you it was her favorite Pokemon, and rather than A, keep the card, or B, give it to her since she purchased them, loves Pokemon, and loves the card, you decided to check notes, search online for the financial value of the card, and decide you're going to sell it while on your date. That's true. That was probably pretty awkward while he was looking it up. If he's not even into Pokemon, it probably took him a while to even figure it out, since he probably Googled Prismatic Eevee Booster Pack. Alright, we'll do some raw hunting for a bit here, but I do have more stories to get to if we get bored. The only thing good about the over the top hollow is it hides damage so well. That's true. I have one. I think it's, I want to say I have Grimer or someone in a later a video that's far away, but I'm pretty sure it's got like a pretty hardcore crease in it, and you can't tell when it's in the binder. I say that now, and I'm sure when we get to that video, you'll all point it out and be like, look at that crease. You have the cocoon. True. I am lucky enough to have the Kakuna. Yeah, I kind of wish those didn't get so expensive. I want that to be one of the things I'm on the lookout for when I go to card shows and stuff, but it's like, man, if even the common ones are over $100 these days, it's hard to justify. Ooh, I think we got a shot here. Not here. Was in this grass. We sent my reverse hollow legendary collection of Vaporeon to see what it would grade last year, just in case it graded a 1. It came back a 1.5, and I cracked it back out so fast I put it back in my binder. That's funny. Man, I feel like a 1.5's got to be really rare. There was a long time where I thought they didn't even do 0.5s other than 9.5s because they're so uncommon. Yeah, I feel like that's one where they must just know you're trying to get a 1 and they just want to twist the knife. There's 3 creases. Like someone put their elbow on it at some point. Alright. I did my routine here, right? I think the only one I'd want is the Meowth, in case I ever commit to a Meowth Master set one day. I'm getting close to the Meowth video. If I ever get back on track with my videos. I'm on Diglett right now. Honestly, the normal Pokemon and water Pokemon look the best with that hollow pattern. The others are too busy for me. I think I agree with that. I think normal probably is the best. And now I'm not paying enough attention to know if I got a taunt again. I wonder without checking what's the most expensive Meowth is. Legendary Collection. Some of those old reverse halls are so hard to actually price out. I wonder if it is the Legendary Collection. You send those cards to you, CTV. Tell me to do that. Oh, I would never demand anything from you. Meowthvid's gonna be hype. Yeah, I've been on, you know, I try and give every Pokemon, you know, some credit. I've been on a kind of string of Pokemon I care a little less about. Then we got Diglett coming up next. Diglett Doug Trio, who are kind of cool. And then it's Meowth Persian. So Meowth, I think, is going to be pretty popular for people. And then it's Psyduck, who's, I think, very popular. So we'll see. I got to do a good job on those videos in case they actually get a little more attention than my normal stuff. Ugh. Come on, we've had a lot of shots here. That didn't do anything. Then he's doing Blaziken video randomly. Gonna be great. I don't know about that. Also not, because it'll show all the cards and I'm adding more cards to my wish list. Yeah, it'll probably be... I am curious how many people actually make a decision watching my videos that they're going to collect all of a certain Pokemon. That'd be kind of cool to have that influence. Perfect Order Meowth. SIR is annoyingly expensive if you're counting English. After that, maybe Victors. I feel like there's a couple promos too. Maybe they don't get that expensive. Meowth had a lot of old promos. Boy, this guy's really letting me take a lot of shots at him here. Throw the friend ball for the memes. If I get another crack, maybe I will. Would be cool to be friends with Entei. Oh. Oops. Oh man. I gotta really focus when I'm in an encounter here. I almost attacked him. That would have been horrifying. Alright. Friend ball for the meme. I think we're going from like a 5% chance to a 2% chance or something like that. But then Entei would be our friend. Oh man. Of course, then he flees. You'd have to keep him in the party then. I guess. It will be a battle for the last couple slots on the team. A lot of people like the Entei movie. I never did. When is that? Forever? Is that the right one? Should probably check how many. 20 Ultra Balls left. Oh, I'll keep going. No, it's 3. Spell of Unknown. Oh. It wasn't an Entei though, right? Oh, spoiler alert. I actually don't. It sounds like a spoiler. I don't know anything about the movie. But I should probably watch them. I blame that movie for me using a Master Ball and Unknown as a kid. That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty soon I'm going to be on my Unknown journey. I'm planning on trying to do a cool challenge with that. Spoilers don't count for movies that are that old. Could be right. I've actually, as I've aged, become much less worried about spoilers, because I've noticed that without the context of everything around it, I never remember spoilers anyway. Like, if someone spoils like a character dying in a movie or a show, by the time I end up watching it, I don't even, you know, if I don't know who that character is or the context around it happening, it's not like it actually spoiled anything for me. Just some wisdom I've picked up in my 37 years. I've watched a couple challenges where people try to get the whole alphabet. I'm gonna try that. My plan is, once I beat Elite Four, I'm gonna make kind of a recap video for the main channel, and then the week after I release that, I'm gonna do a stream where I can't end until I have all the unknowns. The whole alphabet from Legends Arceus. Nice. CTB, they've never succeeded with the TCG. I'm not sure what you mean. Oops. Will you do Arceus one day? I'm not sure. Oh, daycare, man. Sorry, Legends Arceus. One-on cards are much harder to find than others. Oh, the cards and... Well, I'll tell you this. I may or may not already have them all in my house and ready for the ultimate stream where I catch them all so I can put them in my binder. Alright, should we go... I did have to cheat and get one of them in Japanese. I think one of them in that era only had a Japanese one. And then the question mark and exclamation points I had to do like a Heartgold Soul Silver era to get or something like that. Alright. Alright, let's go get that other egg since we're running around. Which is your favorite unknown? That's a good question. I'll have to look at them. I'll have to make... Maybe when we do this stream, I'll do a tier list too. I'll do a tier list with rankings all the way from A to Z. And then see where all of them fall. How long do you think I could keep that bit going? Alright. A to question mark. True. I think it is to exclamation point. I'm not sure which one technically is first. I would say exclamation point, if you spell it out, is alphabetically sooner than question mark. So I think question mark is at the bottom. Unless there's a other technical ranking. I need to make room for the egg. Exclamation point to Z. That sounds official. Yeah, I guess if you're like, I think most computer programs do put special characters before numbers, so and then numbers before letters. So you might be right. Oh man, are we supposed to have Meg Cargo out for egg hatching too? We got a really crazy party going on now. Ah, it's you. We were raising your Pokemon. Your Pokemon was holding an egg. Here I am misspelling unknown. Don't listen to me. That's a... I'm kind of curious. I'm pretty sure unknown is supposed to like be unknown, right? Do people pronounce it unknown? Because I say unknown almost like in defiance to how they decided to spell it. Alright. Back to business here. Unknown. So people do say it like that. Not me. I'm gonna have a... I'm curious how long that... If I'm successful, how long that unknown stream's gonna go, but I'll probably say the word unknown thousands of times that day, and people will be so annoyed that I'm not saying unknown. I like how you say it, CDP. I think they pronounce it unknown in the movie, but I can't really remember. It will lose all meaning to you. Very true. You know, they're basically confirmed to be individual letters in the lines of code of the Pokemon world. Interesting. It's already losing meaning, yeah. Alright, I'm doing another Reddit story. Because you guys are so into my new Reddit story entertainment here. Let's see. Alright, another tangential one. This one is from Am I Overreacting? So I don't have to swear as much. Am I overreacting about my boyfriend's tattoo? Me, 30-year-old female, and my boyfriend, 39-year-old male, have both been together for about 3.5 years. He has a whole sleeve of Pokemon tattoos, and the first one is Gengar, and next to it has "Love is a Curse," in quotes. He's had this tattoo since before I met him, and when we first met, I guess I didn't think too much of it because I wasn't sure where the relationship would go. Well, now we are discussing marriage and I'm absolutely in love with this man, but I'm realizing more and more I have issues with this tattoo. I bring up Gengar because while I'm not a Pokemon fan, he informed me Curse is a move of this specific Pokemon. He also told me the reason he added it is because he feels love has brought him good and bad things, and that he feels more like he is cursed in love. He's been divorced twice before me. I told him how it makes me feel, like our love is a curse to him, and that it reminds me of when he was really low and feeling really depressed after his second divorce, and thought he would never find love again. When I brought this up, he agreed he was feeling this way at the time, or this way when he got the tattoo, but that overall he thinks I'm taking it too personally. So, am I overreacting? I've been known to take things too personally in the past, so generally interested in all thoughts. Oh boy. Alright, my take before I see your guys's. I think they are overreacting. Because obviously, since that tattoo existed before they were together, it has nothing to do with their relationship. Right? And I don't think love is a curse is like a extremely personal or inflammatory thing to say. And Gengar's cool. And he does have curse from what I would assume, and if it's part of a whole sleeve of Pokemon tattoos, sounds pretty cool to me. I don't think you're the asshole for just having feelings, but if you like made him change it, that's a whole other story of epic toxicness. Right, yeah, it's what are you gonna do about it is really the thing. Just giving main character vibes. True. I get why she doesn't like it, but it's really not a big deal, to be honest. Yep, I think that's my stance too. I don't think anyone would ever look at it and go, that must be about her, you know? Anytime anyone else tells someone else what to do with their body, I get the ick. True. But then I mean he got the tattoo before her, and it's not about her, so get over it. Yep. Okay, so now, how about a scenario where he's got this sleeve of Pokemon tattoos that he's continuing to add to, and while they're together, he goes and gets a Gengar one added to it with that same quote, saying love is a curse. Then what do you think her having that reaction would mean? Would that be valid then? I hear you guys, but I still think it's fine to just not like the sentiment. True. I mean, yeah, it's part of just like how you and your partner think about stuff, right? Like if that's just a weird thing, if that really resonates with him and it's a really weird statement to you, that probably just speaks more about incompatibility than anything. But oh yeah, that's fine. Sounds like she's overthinking. Yeah, that scenario would be different. It would feel more pointed. Yeah, then I think you're allowed to take it more personally in my made up scenario. Oh, come on. Oh no, the Pokemon broke free. I think if she keeps seeing herself and other people's life experiences, it sounds like she needs to talk to a therapist. True. Yeah, especially her taking it personally after saying he's been divorced twice. It's like, yeah, it seems like that phrase might be kind of applicable to that dude's life experience. Personally, they're actually serious about getting married. I think it'd be appropriate to discuss permanent bodily changes with your partner. Not saying they get to decide. And I think that kind of aligns with what you're saying earlier. That's just like, you can't help if you have feelings about stuff, but how you deal with them or how you force that on others is probably where you become an asshole. Although I would like to force Entei into this Pokeball here, and they're not letting me. Daycare man. Oh, does he have another egg already? Wow, that was quick. Like if my wife all of a sudden came home with a face tattoo out of the blue, I would be displeased. Definitely would be strange for that to happen out of the blue. You know, she'd been talking about it for a while. Then you would have had your chance to voice your opinion, but alright. How is my Pokemon looking here? So I didn't get very far into that battle. I was probably supposed to retaunt and I was too distracted. I feel like that kind of personal change would come up at some point, right? Yeah, doing something completely out of the blue kind of means probably means you're trying to say something that you haven't said to your partner. And it's probably not a positive thing. Like prodding them or something. So out of the blue might signify something else. Yep, that's better put than what I was just saying. Here we go. This the time? Maybe not. There we go. I think her best attitude would be to hope that their relationship goes well enough that he'll want to remove it, cover it of his own volition someday. Yeah. Yeah, if someday it no longer resonates with him at all. But I don't know. I kind of feel like the phrase itself just isn't just doesn't seem specific enough or like unique enough to have additional meaning to people. Like even him, I assume it doesn't actually mean that much to him. Or just understand it isn't about her. Yeah. Most AITH, I get annoyed at even the question. I think this one legit fair, especially given that she acknowledged she knows she sometimes takes things too personally. True. Alright, am I doing the right thing here? Yeah. Pretty sure Key is going to try and get a tattoo of my face on their back. Oh. I don't know if I'd bet on that. Just got back from visiting my sister in the hospital. C-section a month and a half early. Both her and her baby are fine. Oh wow. What's up with that post on the screen? Also get a new Pokemon tonight. Well, it's good to hear that your sister and her kid are doing okay. Yeah, we were trying something new. We've been, as I'm doing the boring stuff of just walking around trying to find Pokemon, we were reading some Reddit stories and talking about them. Just as a possibly fun thing to do as a group. I don't know if people are actually enjoying it, but I'm enjoying it, so. Probably me riding a horse a la Putin. The tattoo you're talking about? That would be pretty nuts. I gotta do another taunt here? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I'll go one more round and see. Oh, come on. Oof. Glad to hear you're putting a lot of care into this tattoo. Oh man. I would assume people in here are somewhat likely to have Pokemon tattoos. Like in that story. Anyone in the chat have Pokemon tattoos? Come on, Entei. You see, I'll probably go back to the beginning of the stream now, so we probably can't just think it as soon as I rewind the stream. Hey, you know, that works for me. It's probably not best scenario for you, but I'm perfectly happy if you rewind right now and don't know we just caught it. I have a sick tattoo of CTV the chair on my rear. I don't think I believe you. If I did, it would be Drifloon. Wish they didn't have such a bad rap. Do they have a bad rap? I think that would be a cool tattoo. I only have one tattoo and it didn't turn out the way I wanted. Oh no. Lucky it's small, so I'm not going to bother changing it. That's a shame. I'm not too fond of needles. No tats for me, but a lot of my friends have cool Pokemon tattoos. Alright, so we're close to the Pokemon tattoo crowd, just not quite there. They apparently still children. Oh, here I am defending Drifloon. See, my lack of knowledge on Pokemon lore definitely backfires on me sometimes. Although I would say in the future you could just say it bothers you that they steal children, not that it bothers you they have a bad rap, because I don't think you need to make it ambiguous like that. Tattoos are real expensive. I'd rather spend money on other things. Yeah, like having a Vaporeon collection, I guess. I did notice I used to be a big gambler, and over the last 10 years I've really stopped doing that, and I just now realized it's because I spend all my money on Pokemon cards, and I would much rather do that than gamble. So I can definitely see tattoos being a similar thing. Well, they are also bad rappers. Yeah. Gotta save that money for Pokemon cards, exactly. Didn't know for quite some time, but it was too late. Already had a fondness for them. They're adorable. I'm a sucker for ghost Pokemon. Oh, CTB, I like the hat. The hat I'm wearing? The Crobat hat on my avatar? Check the bet. That's the old me. Alright. Yes, silly, the hat you're wearing. It's my streaming uniform. I guess the only time I didn't wear it like this was CTB After Dark, where I had it on backwards and you couldn't see the Jigglypuff. I bought this hat around the time I made the Jigglypuff video, because I had fun making that one. Never noticed the Jiggly. Gotta lean in more, maybe. What does non-terrestrialized CTB look like? Well, it's a good bet when you see somebody who wears a hat all the time that they're pretty bald. So check the bald. I didn't either for quite a while. Kind of like an Easter egg, I guess. Usually watch my phone, so the screens must... Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I do have a pretty noisy layout on my stream, so... We did find out he has ears. True. That is confirmed lore, that I have ears. Yes, we continue to collect important facts. Still missing a name somehow, but years. Oh, my name's out there. Only real fans know my name. And by real fans, I mean anyone who paid for Sleeve No Cards Behind membership to watch the interview he did with me for his members only podcast. But I do prefer to go by CTV. Let's say Chris or Brian. I pay for your membership. But the real fans pay for other people's memberships for a single podcast that I was on. Although I guess now that this channel is partially monetized, I could do memberships on this channel now. You can have 2 memberships and still not know my name. Chris the Brian. Oh man. Alright, I gotta focus. I'm gonna end up knocking these guys out or something. Well, now that I'm not a real fan, I'm not sure what to live for. Oh, it can always be, you can always prove yourself. CTB, what about spending all my money on Vaporeons? Did you not understand? I'm an EV collector, I have no money. True. Alright, I did taunt, right? Oh, I would never actually demand or beg for money from my viewers. Obviously appreciated, that's why, you know, I have memberships, but I will say I did leave a different live stream and come watch this instead. Ooh. I'm gaining market share. Beg, do it. CTV streams are really chill. I like the vibes. Appreciate that. Oh, come on. I think the problem, if I look from just a capitalist YouTuber perspective, the problem with doing the streams is I feel fulfilled creatively when I do streams. I feel like I did something productive, but only, you know, 50 or 100 people end up seeing it. Whereas if I make a video for my main channel, you know, 10,000 people see it. And so it's like, it's not technically a great use of my time, even though I like it. And when I do it, I tend to pay less attention or work a little bit less on my other videos. So I don't know how good it is, but I have had fun streaming this game so far. So taunt, oh, I missed my chance. All right. Enjoy the small community and its Pokemon gameplay with vintage cards. Can't go wrong. True. Do it for yourself. That is always the first rule. Keep creative cup full. Yeah, I do feel a little bit spread thin with it though, just because there is a lot of cool stuff I want to do on my main channel. It you know, try hard videos take a lot of work and I don't have enough time. But if everyone becomes a member and gets 50 of their friends to become a member, then I can do it full time, right? Well, that was rough. That was me begging Galaxy Guy. You gotta go recruiting for me so I can quit my job. How awesome would that be? Time is the ultimate currency. So true. The video you did with Ian blew my mind. My YouTube worlds collided. Fine, stop begging. I'll be your agent. Alright. Deal. Oops. Alright. You don't have to do everything all at once. We'll stick around for the cool video ideas whenever they materialize. Appreciate that. Need 32%. Oh man. YouTube already takes 30%. And up until recently, I think like super chats on mobile, the creator would only end up getting, if it was someone on an iPhone, I think the creator only would end up getting like 20% of those or something like that. It's just crazy. The cuts people get. And my cut will come from the hole, not after. Alright, we might have some negotiating to do here. I need more Ultra Balls. Or how close are we to... Always subscribe on desktop, never on phone. Yep. Although they must have figured out some workaround, because pretty recently, I think YouTube allowed more of that stuff to happen on, like they used to just restrict some of that stuff from mobile. I had no idea device mattered so much. Yeah, it's some like just insane thing iPhones have, that like every transaction made through apps on an iPhone, Apple gets 30%. Like, it's just mind-boggling. Alright, I'll get a couple Ultra Balls, and we're actually getting kind of close to nighttime for Dusk Balls, so... Running into that problem with Patreon. Apple takes 30% cut from subscribers on mobile. Yeah. Ooh, I have stuff for Mom. Here you go. Berries. You should give me a call. Oh, are you in my Pokegear, Gallia guy? I don't see ya. Not only that, but I don't get funds from subscribers for 3 months after they... Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. What if I was? That would have been a pretty funny bit there that we just played if you were in there, Gallia guy. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm not paying attention at all. So I have 23,000 schmeckles right now. I'm down to 3 Ultra Balls. We have 22 minutes till it's nighttime. Let's do... Let's do 7 Ultra Balls. On... Oh wait, I was about to buy a bunch of net balls. That would have been dumb. I gotta fly somewhere else for the... Oh, Hero was calling. Maybe I'll find a partner for a YouTube channel. Got all the info, just none of the editing. Editing is a fun part, though. Here we go. Is this gonna be it, guys? Please. I got a feeling we're gonna need to do the dusk balls, but if it works, it works. In 19 minutes. Alright. I'm not gonna look at chat this whole time so I can watch for when I'm supposed to taunt again. Don't accidentally knock the guy out. Seemed like that did more damage than normal. Key monster. Wow, I don't even know why that's actually working to distract me. It's not like I can hear it. Oh, come on. Alright, let's get this guy. Wobbuffet. Throw this ball. Here we go. Come on. Ooh, paralyzed. That's just the shot we needed. Come on. Of course. Great. Boy, I might have gotten spoiled catching Entei the other day. This is tough. Oh, little break in the action here, or a break with some action here. Oh, Raikou. Yes, you're right. I'm mixing up my roamers. Cleffa. Any nicknames? No nicknames? We weren't really expecting this. CTV, Cleffa the baby. Little cutie. Earplugs, headphones. I don't see anyone seconding any. Going once, going twice. Alright, I didn't see anyone second to nickname, so no nickname. Okay, so this one you guys will have to... I'll maybe have to see if I can cheat or not on this one. But let me update the stuff first. Galga, you're predicting exactly where I was going. Hang on. So we're up to 63. I'll update my sheet even though it's not on the screen right now. Starbird. Oh man, we're getting these great nicknames too late. Alright. So here's the question. Oh, actually, let me just double check. They don't have another one. So I technically don't have... a Cleffa from these sets, but I do have a reprinted one. A hollow version of the Neo Genesis that was reprinted. So I'm going to do a poll. The poll is, can I cheat and use this card? Look at that beautiful hollow. Six for 6 so far. Works for me. Nice. Another one for the wish list. Yeah, it's dangerous watching people show off their cards. Oh, right here. $173. Oh, I don't even have the binder on the screen right now. Nice. You can always cheat. I don't know if that's the most wholesome advice. Which set? That's the reprint of Neo Genesis from Celebrations. Please read the move. Eek. Sounds like E.T. Okay. The Chinjo. There's a glare. Confuse Ray. Oh. Oh, you're asking about which set is the Chincho? That is Aquapolis. Sorry, I'm apparently getting behind on the chat too. And converging everyone's conversations together. Add to the list, huh? Alright, Lyra, what do you want? Hello, this is Lyra. How are you? Do you know that there's a huge bug catching contest in the national park? That's why there's so many bug type Pokemon there. If you took your bug type Pokemon there too, I bet they'd really enjoy it. We did that already. Missed the stream and you got it and didn't realize y'all picked such a pretty card. I'm trying to remember if that was even a vote or if I had others. Oh, it might not be in this pile anymore. Alright. So we are 9 minutes away from nighttime. I might go get more dusk balls right now, since they have better catching odds. And I might run out of money before we catch this guy tonight. Oops, wrong building. Need some more coffee before I start my work day. What time is it? TB, do you drink coffee? So how do you take? I don't drink coffee. My caffeine comes from soda pop. Geez, 14 dusk balls? Is that even gonna be enough? I think I have 5 already. I drink coffee with my cream. Almost 6 p.m. here. I work at night because it's when I can focus. Ah, interesting. That's cool. It's cool that you have a job that you can do on your own time like that, if that is the scenario you're in. Alright, back to it, back to it. Freelance illustrator, nice. What kind of illustrations do you do? Do you do scenery stuff, or like character stuff, or other stuff that I don't know enough about freelance illustrating to ask about? He needs to do an IR for Vaporeon. That would be cool. All kinds, but mostly character, wildlife, fantasy, and pets. Interesting. Are you a digital artist or? I don't know. I feel like most artists these days are digital, but my mom is an artist. She never really made the transition to digital. Already made a CTB card. Cool. Yeah, digital. Nice. I've dabbled in some digital artwork. I'm definitely not very good. It takes me forever because I don't know, a lot of that stuff is like just getting used to like the programs and the features is such a hurdle to get into it. I think I did some of the animation with my CTB character on that on that video I did with Ian, and man, that took forever. And it's such a simple character. Cheaper to be a digital artist. I cannot afford real media supplies. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but that definitely makes sense. One day I want to get back into painting though. Would you like to see the full card? Of course. Throw it on the Discord. Yeah, do it. I don't think there's anything more appropriate to put on the Discord than that. Alright, here we go. Although, does anybody know if I stalled for 3 minutes, would my dusk ball start to work? Or do I have to just go with this? I wonder if it changes over during the encounter or not, I guess is the question. Alright, focus. Nice. Missed attack. We're getting set up here. I only have 5 Ultra Balls left. Here we go. Not a good start. Come on. Posted in general. Nice. Man, these Ultra Balls aren't doing anything. Two more. Here we go. Oh, I really got my hopes up that time. Alright, well, Buffett, your time to shine. One last Ultra Ball. Alright, it's technically 8 o'clock. Exactly. Am I wasting dusk balls if I throw them right now? Guess I'm wasting any ball I throw. I'm gonna wait till my clock flips to 8:01 just to make sure that if it can happen, it does. Alright, it just flipped. Cross your fingers, everyone. Here we go. Dusk Ball to the rescue. Oops. Entei said no. Yep. Guess we try again. Dang. It does look darker out now. Alright, well now we're cooking with gas or grease. Now what's the saying? Cooking with grease? Alright, we'll get them. We'll get them soon here now that we can use dusk balls. Grease is what you get after you cook. True. Is what I was trying to say even a saying? For some reason I thought now we're cooking with grease was a saying. No, I'm just making it up. Ooh, are we gonna get a shot at this right away? Now you're cooking with gas. Okay. Man, just doesn't sound right to me. Alright, Entei, where you at? Oh man, did we miss him? There we go. Alright, this is the one. It's gotta be. It just has to be. Mean look. That's what we start with. Then we taunt. And then we throw the dusk ball. Go. Come on, come on, come on. I was trying to look up the odds the other day, and I'm pretty sure with Dusk Ball at night at 1 HP while they're paralyzed is supposed to be like 7% catch chance. Oh, guys, we did it. Dusk balls were the answer. Holy moly. Hurry up, I gotta save. We gotta save. We don't do nicknames for legendaries. Takes too long. Yeah, I'm back. Alright. Good timing, or bad timing if you literally just got back. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised how desperate I started feeling at the end there, since I spent all the last of my money. Oh man, that's good. That's good stuff. My phone died, I just got back. Nice. Oh, that is a good feeling. Both of the roamers out of the way now. And we get a card. And my footage that I use for catching Entei will have a "Am I overreacting about my boyfriend's tattoo" text on the screen. I probably should have switched that. Anyway. New card. We don't get a vote. We don't get to shop. But here's what we got. Ooh, look at that swirl. Doesn't that mean it's extra valuable? Alright. Wait, did we catch Raikou? Yeah, we did that on Saturday night stream. Oh, I gotta add to my checklist first here. Oops. Number 64. Awesome. Only have a fart swirl. That's where the real money comes into play. My short-term memory's clearly shot. Yeah, that was a pretty pivotal moment on the last stream. Catching Raikou. Alright. Oh. Now I have my sleeves over here. So the first legendary to make it in the binder, because we're still waiting for the Raikou card in the mail. But here we go. I lose sleep when they're roaming legendaries about. Well, it's a good thing we did this then. Alright, back to the normal scene, I guess. So now, that was the goal for today. I'm actually kind of shocked we got that pretty much right as we switched to nighttime. I probably shouldn't have been messing around with the Ultra Balls for so long. What we could do is go check if Eevee's gotten happier. We have been walking around a bit, but and got a few levels, but Umbreon time, and please turn your hat. Oh, need the sunglasses after dark. Yeah. It is in fact after dark now. Is that good luck for getting Eevee? Going into CTB after dark mode. Alright, just because this was so fun and exciting, I'm going to switch to CTB after dark mode. And then we're going to try getting Eevee a level and see if they evolve. And I'm going to run to the bathroom in my CTB after dark transformation. So hang out with Chair the Box. All right, Chad the Box, back at it. Ooh, I forgot how hard it was to see with these on. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. I'm in dark mode now, so that should mean we can get Umbreon, I think. Ooh, once we see what Chrissy wants. It's me, Chrissy. Were you awake? After dark? I'm wide awake. Do you keep all the Pokemon you capture in PC boxes? Me, I usually just let them go. That reminds me, I recently let this Hoothoot go. That's kind of a waste, isn't it? Kinda. Alright, alright. So, I guess where do we want to go to? We're just going to try and get a level or two, right? Check in on the Eevee? Yeah, that first. Ooh, looks pretty happy. Seems to be feeling great walking about. Seems like they want to evolve. Alright, let's go to... I think I want to do... Give them XP share. And then think I'm gonna fly over here. This is where I've spent some time leveling other team members. Alright. Ooh, we got nice music on for this too. It is nice music. Oh, I was gonna switch up my party a little bit, but I forgot. Oh well. Oh, I guess we could get Crobat a level and forget our mean look. Is that the one that's disposable now? Alright, what do we got? Level 9. Oh my god, it's happening. What a great night. What a great night to stream. I didn't even see E-Monster's BRB. The best part, he wasn't here. I probably should have waited. That was kind of rude. Alright. Well, anyway. Congratulations, your Eevee evolved into Umbreon. Wow. Time to save. Man. I knew that Eevee was gonna like CTB After Dark. Alright, but now add it to the dex here. Where's my cursor? Number 65. Well, your dreams of making me spend a bunch of money are thwarted by the fact that I have an Umbreon card. I don't know if you guys know this, it's hard to see with sunglasses in the dark. Technically, too. Chad the Box doesn't need to see. Seeing's overrated. I got that right. Go to the binder here. 197, flip 2. I want to be the first one on that page. But anyway, you got two options to choose from. But you've seen this bit before if you were here for the Espeon. We got this card. It's a non-holo. Or you have this card. The cracked ice holo. And without my backlights on, it's harder to see. But technically, those are two options. %, for the holo so far. Not surprising. Alright, that might be everyone then. Needs to match the Espeon. Yeah, it's a shame they're on separate pages. So we had that one over here. Can you see? Yeah, there's the cracked ice. We got the same deal. If I can reach it. Nice. Yeah, we are doing good. So that was... I think that Umbreon evolution might have been the last nighttime requirement. The only other thing I might do at night is... when we do Ho-Oh, just in case I want the Dusk Ball power. But other than that, all of our nighttime only stuff is done. And on that note, all of our today stuff is done because we caught Entei. And yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a fun night. Let me know. Oh, hatch the egg. I'll save that. I wasn't expecting this to be 2.5 hours today, but I'm totally fine that it is since we accomplished the goal. But and let me know if that if you found that fun doing the Reddit story stuff. I know it wasn't extremely efficient, but I don't know. I kind of feel like experimenting more with fun stuff. So unless I get a bunch of pushback, I'm gonna keep trying stuff. So anyway, that's it for today. I don't know if Key Monster ever came back, so they might come back to an empty chat here. But anyway, I'll see you guys this weekend. Pay attention in the Discord. I'm not exactly sure what my schedule will be. I really do got to get the Diglett video out this weekend. I've been falling behind on that stuff, so we'll see. We did good stuff here though tonight, so thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.